Hello, Leos. Let's go. All right. Reading is for the 16th through the 26th of April. Let's get into it, Leos. Let's go. Let's see what's in your cards. All right, sunshines. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards, Leos. Set an intention. I love what I see when I look in the mirror. That's right. You're supposed to. That's right. Light up that mirror. Light it up. 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 I love what I see when I look in the mirror. That's right. Let's get into it, Leos. I've already prayed over your cards. Again, this reading is for April 16th through the 26th. Let's get it. Romantic relationships. Reconfigure your loving connections. 955. So you are being asked to change up your way of doing things in romance. So whether you are single or in a relationship, your angels would like you to take today to reflect and reconfigure how you go about connecting with others. Give yourself a hug right now and feel the love you have within abundantly flow throughout your body and soul. So 9. Somebody could be going into hermit mode. That number 9 and the major arcana is hermit. And then that orange right there connects us with the physical realm, the sacral chakra, right? And just kind of sort of hugging up, loving up on yourselves. This is, again, you taking off your super Leo cape, pouring into you, really pouring into you. And like I said, hey, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You're pouring into you. You don't care what people think. It's like, you know what? You're giving love to you. You making it about you. People gonna think, let whoever think whatever. You're gonna pour into you. There's nothing wrong with that. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You gotta fill your cup up first. There gonna be some people that you've given, you can't give enough to. As long as you've been giving to everybody else, people will keep taking, Leos. And now it's time for you to start pouring into you. People gonna wonder, how come you're not showing up to this event, that event, giving to this person, this person, this person? Guess what? You're not the only Leo on planet Earth. Guess what? They have a 5th house too. Your sign rules 5th house, but they also have a 5th house, and they're gonna have to learn how to tap into their 5th house in their house. They're gonna have to pull their birth chart and have to learn how to tap into their own 5th house. You need some time for you. So let's get it. So you can start looking in that mirror and start really pouring into you. Really pouring into you, so you can live such a balanced out life. When people give you a compliment, and when people start, hey, Leo, let me spoil you, let me take care of you, let me pour into you, you'll be able to be in receipt, like really sit down and be in receiving mode, and know when you'll be able to discern whether people are being genuine or disingenuous. You'll be able to really discern that. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it, Leos. Let's go. Let's go. It's a devil card, right? And you'll know whether people are, what's going on with people. You'll be able to tell. You'll know, first of all, what your demons are, meaning what your temptations are, right? Everybody has temptations, right? And the devil can be crafty. It's not outside of you. It's whatever your demons are, right? And so you'll be able to know if people are appealing to those demons. So if and you'll be able to discern. So if you have low self-esteem, your fire sign, and that would be the improper use of fire. If you have low self-esteem and somebody knows that, okay, your temptation is competing and comparing, and they know that's going to keep you so distracted you won't be able to see something, guess what they're going to go in for? They're going to compare you to somebody. So that way you be so distracted you won't be able to see what's happening behind your back, right? But if you've gotten the proper rest, you're pouring into yourself, you better see right through it. You better see right through it, right? You better see right through what's going on, right? Especially if it's somebody that's your friend, they sitting right next to you. They know, they're like, oh, okay. Oh, this supposed to be my friend. They sitting here. I've been knowing you all these years, and okay. You'll know. And they're trying to throw you a curveball and trying to blame something on somebody else, and you sitting there like you had no idea. So yeah, so you're somebody who's down to earth and you're quite relatable looking at your cards. And you and somebody else could have, sometimes people don't want you to connect with somebody else who is down to earth and quite relatable because they don't want y'all to talk about their demons. They don't want you and somebody to figure something out. Right? They don't want you to figure something out. So what's the thing to keep y'all apart? The devil is the author of confusion, keeping you and somebody confused, keeping you and somebody apart from each other, keeping y'all confused. Right? Y'all know what I'm saying? I'm talking to men and women, Leos, right? So you can't be stubborn. You can't be stubborn. So now somebody has an innate spiritual understanding of some things, right? Of just kind of sort of how some people are built, how you're built. You have an innate spiritual understanding of some things, of how some people are just built, right? Here's the Seven of Cups here. So now you're keeping your vibrations high. Now that when things are closed out, you're keeping your vibrations high, of how being around certain energies can cause you to be stubborn. Being around certain energies can affect your water, right? Can affect your water. Remember, our bodies are made of a large body of water, right? And you being around, somebody for a long period of time, it can affect your water. It can affect your water. You can remember water, sacral chakra, right? Sacral chakra is the second emotional layer. Sacral chakra connects us with the emotional body 2 to 3 inches off of, somebody 2 to 3 inches away from you, including unprocessed feelings from the past. This layer shifts as your mood shifts. Connects us with emotions, including unprocessed feelings. So you're around somebody all the time. It's almost like you all start to just morph into each other, kind of sort of morph into each other, kind of like y'all start to mirror each other, right? Water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds it. And its largest organ. Y'all start to y'all know how you see couples been around each other a long time. So y'all start looking like each other, right? Even if you didn't even look like each other before, you start looking like each other, right? Right, start looking like each other. And even if y'all not alike, you start looking like each other. Right. Right. So here we have the Ten of Cups here. So Source is saying to you, you're a very harmonious energy. You're a very the devil can play tricks on your mind. The devil can definitely start playing tricks on your mind. And here's a star card. You start thinking about the future. You start thinking about the future. You start thinking about, what if this, what if that, what if this, what if that, so anyway, Source is saying to you, praying for some strength, praying for strength, praying for strength. Meek does not always mean weak, right? You're learning how to be meek, learning how to be meek and letting Source fight your battles. That's what you're learning how to do. Learning how to pray. The Lion of Judah, right? Meaning that Source fighting your battles. Source has your back. Source fights your battle. Source has your back. Right? Source has your back. Instead of saying another person has your back, Source has your back. Instead of you saying you got somebody else's back, you can pray for people. You can be a prayer warrior. You can be a prayer warrior in relationships. You can be a prayer warrior in relationships. So I definitely see you tossing something into a burning bowl, karmics into a burning bowl. That's what I'm seeing. You tossing karmics into a burning bowl. I feel like somebody may have felt like you or he or she may have had someone's back in a relationship, and you may have felt like they didn't have your back when you needed them to have your back, in a relationship. And Source is saying to you, but Source, and we hear this all the time, it almost sounds like it's cliche, but like Source will never leave you nor forsake you. That is the truth. That is the absolute truth, that God will never leave you nor forsake you. That is the truth. Or higher power, or whatever your beliefs are. I choose Source, the Creator, God, will never leave you nor forsake you. And that's who you want to be in sync with. That really is who you want to be in sync with. Looking at your cards here, when you're somebody entering into a romantic relationship, when you're talking about mirroring somebody, when you're looking into the mirror, you want to mirror that. You want to mirror that. People have different, religious beliefs. You're talking about spiritual beliefs. What does your spirit want to mirror? What does your spirit want to mirror? That of the Creator who created everything on planet Earth, right? So that's who somebody is yielding to, is the Creator. So I'm not trying to teach religion. Somebody poured out a lot. Somebody has poured out a lot. Here's the Justice card. I'm looking at these two cards right here. These two cards right here are ruled by Venus. This is Libra and this is Taurus, right? These two cards are ruled by Venus. Venus is the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. This rules second house, this rules seventh house. You can look at your signs in second and seventh house in terms of the future. What does the future hold? What does the future hold for you? Right, and somebody was just determined to do the, you're determined to do the shadow work. You're determined to do shadow work, right? You're determined to do shadow work. I always say this card right here, when you think about the, the Seven of Swords here, not everybody who's talking about you behind your back is making disparaging comments. Some people who talk about you behind your back are speaking very highly of you. Emotionally, somebody feel like they hit the jackpot. When you realize that if you're not speaking negatively about people behind their backs all the time, because a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled, looking at your cards here, because something was created. Like I said, something was created. Here we have the Eight of Swords here. Some kind of destiny swap. Some kind of destiny swap was created here. It was almost like these restrictions right here are not really tight restrictions here. Right? Are not tight restrictions here. Are not tight restrictions here. Right? The two people here. Right here. And this, by the way, is one person. Just so we're crystal clear. Yeah. So money is coming across your path. So, and money meaning that you feel like you have this new sense of self-worth. When you say you love what you see when you look in the mirror. You love what you see when you look in the mirror. Yeah, you love what you see when you look in the mirror. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like you poured out a lot. Looks like you look like you poured out a lot um, to um, to some energies, to a man and a woman possibly. Looks like you poured out a lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So. Mm-hmm. About something. Yeah. So, and you resolve something. Looks like you resolved something in your spirit, trying to see something from a higher frequency. Trying to see something from a higher frequency. So, a decision was made to see something from a higher frequency. So, like I said, you love with something you see when you look in the mirror, right? So, it looks like, um, you know, ending some kind of, some on the rebirth side. Oops. Some kind of an obsession. Ending some kind of an obsession here. Ending some kind of an obsession here. Ending some kind of an obsession here. Yeah. And trying to put the past behind. You know, just trying to put the past behind somebody. Just trying to put the past behind somebody and just trying to move on. Yeah. Trying to move on. Trying to transition. Trying to move on. Trying to transition. I'm trying not to talk about anything. Trying not to talk about any heartbreaks or something. Trying to move on from something. Yeah. Somebody is going to just take some good memories with them. This is emotionally just trying to take some good memories, you know, with you. Trying to move on, take some good memories with you. This is a very interesting reading, looking at the cards here. This is a very interesting reading. Something about this reading here. Because when I look at these readings here, I'm also looking at the houses as I'm reading the cards here. And these first three rows here speaks of the physical realm, right? These are the lower chakras, right? These are all the lower chakras. And then we get to this one right here, which is the heart chakra, which is a gateway into the divine, the upper chakras, right? So that's the heart chakra. There's the heart chakra is the middle auric layer, which is connected to the heart chakra, and it serves as the gateway to the upper chakras and divine energies. What's interesting about this is that this is family stuff, or people that consider people as family, right? And what's kind of like disheartening as I'm looking at this right here, is when I hear people say things like, and I still see this online, but I see this a lot online, is when people make very hurtful conversations about their own family members. I mean, say things about their own family members behind their backs, but won't come together and kind of like talk to each other, just like very hurtful things about each other. This is what this is right here. So, but like I said before, This looks like the Eight of Swords looks like destiny swap. Even this right here, I love what I see when I look in the mirror, is almost like it's a tinge of sarcasm to it. The energy is a tinge of sarcasm to it. Because this is a lot of water here. It's like a lot of pouring out of it. All of this sword energy is like a lot of pain to it. Water is shaped and guided by the earth that surrounds it. So it's almost like the geographical location of where something is. There's a lot of pain in a particular geographical location. So, and then when you see the Judgment card, that's like geographically where someone is. I don't know where people are in the world watching this video. There's a lot of pain where people are geographically. There's a lot of pain where somebody is geographically. For love to hurt this bad. For love to hurt this bad. For people to have to stop talking to each other. For people to move on, like try to move on quietly with their lives and just stop talking to people altogether. That's what this looks like. For people to have silent enemies. That's what this is. This is a religious organization. Like, what? Yeah. For people to say that, oh, I got your back, I got your back. But for somebody to be lying about somebody behind their back. So, looking at the cards here, what I'm seeing is eventually people are going to start seeing things from a higher frequency, right? Because the devil really is in the details, and the devil symbolizes a carnal mind, like not being able to get beyond a way of thinking. That's what it symbolizes, right? And so this right here is like somebody's kind of in their feelings about a romantic relationship. And that 9, like something has ended. And that 5 is like a midpoint. Like something has ended with two situations, right? Or as it relates to two situations and being at that midpoint, like somebody could be, choosing to go. And this 5 like he's a Hierophant, right? Like what somebody could almost be like, somebody could have, like we kind of sort of stuck. Like you can choose to go back or you can choose to go forward, when it comes to some things. So somebody could have been stuck as it relates to two situations, like in a particular belief system about something. Could have been stuck about two things. So, yeah, I'm sending good positive energy your way as far as this reading is concerned, Leos. But this is a very interesting reading looking at your cards here. It's very interesting reading. I'm looking at your cards here. But I do see somebody has multiple streams of income, and see all of this right here. Like somebody could have a candle business. Somebody could be writing a book. There could be, somebody could be maybe an herbal business or something like this. Like a potpourri or herbal business or something like that. And somebody could have multiple streams of income. The source is going to push you back into hermit mode to now focus on multiple streams, like thinking about being in receiving mode of multiple streams of income. Now that it's something that you're moving beyond. Yeah, now that it's something that you're moving beyond. Yeah, something that you're moving beyond. Something that you're moving beyond. Yeah. But yeah, something has Anyway, that's what I have for you. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. I'll see you all when I'll see you in the next video. All right? Bye.